What's going on, fam? What's going on? Welcome back. Come on in. This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. I hope you've been having a great day so far, right? Enjoying yourself, learning more about who you are and why are you here on the planet at this time, and what are some things we can do to get in a greater alignment with ourselves and with the universe so we can get more balance in our life. All right, it's all about balancing these polarities right within ourselves. All right, because we know that we are our own universe, right? So as we grow through this process of self-discovery, knowledge of self, we know that there's always more information out there for us to know, so we can grow, become the best version of ourselves, right? And that's what it's all about. And so today, guys, we are continuing our presentation series with the universal spiritual laws, the laws of higher awareness. And today it is all about the spiritual law of affirmation. So, if you're into affirmation, you want to, learn my own personal takeaways on the spiritual aspect, this is a presentation for you. Be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you. And as always, our purpose and mission require learning a whole bunch of life lessons to gain the experience and knowledge for our self-growth. All right. And remember, examine your life. The unexamined life isn't worth living. All right. So each and every day, be intentional with each and everything that you do. As you grow through your own personal transformational atonement process, especially when you use those 7 Hermetic principles, okay? Share your knowledge and wisdom with people, okay? Don't leave people stuck on level 2 when you're on level 55 or 77, right? But, share it, share. Teach people how to fish instead of trying to sell them a fish plate, okay? But as you grow through this process, talk to yourself, love yourself, build a relationship with that inner voice, your own inner kingdom, your own inner temple. All right, but trust your own intuition, your own energy. I hope that makes sense by now. As many of you guys are transitioning from your J.O. bizzles, right, and you realize that your thought, belief, words, emotion, and action always equal your reality and your results, not your job, right? But and by now, you want to really focus on your purpose and mission, use your energy for your rise, and not let your job, take advantage of you, okay? So I'm just a messenger, okay? So use your energy for your rise, for your benefit. All right, but at this present time, as we grow through this, reset, so to speak, keep your money in check. Learn about money. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, the richest man in Babylon. The biggest takeaway from, about money, always pay yourself 10% first before you pay any bill, okay? You the one out there working so hard for this, for the money, if you actually working hard, but you are the one that's, exchanging energy to receive these, paper money or funds, right? So why not pay the person that actually doing the work is you. So pay yourself 10%. Let that sit on the side for about 3 years, but at least a year, okay? And then come back to it because, things happen, right? Life happens, right? But invest in yourself first. That's all I'm saying, all right? So again, be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you. So, and as always, has a few quick talking points. Then we're going to lead into this affirmation and, and give you my takeaways, and we're going to get out of here. But by now, you got to be intentional. I know you're intentional because you are being the cause in your life, and that will led you to this presentation. And instead of waiting for the effect to happen, you no longer, believe in luck. You know that you create your own luck through your thoughts, belief, words, emotion, and action, right? And you're going to make mistakes. And using that 80-20 rule, right? At least 20% of the seeds that you plant, because you very intentional, right? 20% of those things gonna grow something, right? And that's gonna be your measuring stick or tool, right, for you to make some correction and figure out what works best for you, not for everybody else. Okay, I hope that makes sense. But learn these 7 Hermetic principles, apply them into your life, even if they don't make sense. But it's all about your intent. Remember, the universe is gonna mirror your intent. The universe is gonna send you extra synchronicities, signs, symbols. Mother Nature gonna tag team you, okay? But they want you to get this message. They saying about time, okay? So it's all about investigating your life. Your life has a purpose and a meaning. You have a life path that you down here to fulfill. And many of you guys are old souls, are here to help people awaken from this reincarnation trap and this spell, right? They've been under, right? So, and there's a better way of living, but keep everything on the spiritual aspect, on your spiritual path, okay? And what that means like working on yourself. That grows through, going through knowledge of self-realization. Who are you? All right. Sit with yourself and you'll be amazed what you'll find out, okay? But as you investigate your name, which is your nature, the universe gonna send you signs and symbols. Learn more about your life path number. I'll walk you all the way through that. Look at some of my, go back to some of my previous presentation. I'll walk you all through that and give you my, personal spiritual takeaways when it comes to these different vibrations, when it comes to your personal life path number, okay? But do your own research too. And also learn about your natal chart. Astroseek.com, they will hook you up when it comes to, giving you some additional tools to put in your toolbox so you can, gain a little bit more knowledge of self. Remember, you control your own destiny, but, use everything that I'm presenting to you guys as a guide. There's no cookie cutter recipe to life, all right? Trust your own intuition, do your own research, all right? Now, let's lead into this affirmation, right? So when it comes, leading into my, these talking points here, it's the repetition of affirmation that leads to a belief, right? And once that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen in your life. Muhammad Ali, and personally, I'm a true witness of that. I'm growing through that myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, each and every presentation, repetition is the mother of all skill. It's gonna, plant these seeds in your mind, and especially when you're open to receive, the universe gonna line up the right people, place, and event just to support your intent, because you want to do better for yourself, right? And it's all about how can you help the overall planet for the greater good. I hope that makes sense. Next, the universe will start to rearrange itself to make things happen for you. And that's pretty much what I just said. Because once you really know in your heart of hearts, right, there's a better way of living. Once you really tap into your true self, right, you can move mountains, okay? And in the beginning, it was all with you, right? So you are here to be the change agent on the planet. Just remember that. Now, again, there are universal laws of life. Now, once you understand, and overstand these laws that we are covering, right, then life will start to make sense. All right. So how can we be in this universe and it doesn't have any laws or principle guidelines for us to go by? That's why, a lot of people around here are just operating off of blind faith, right? The Bible really doesn't, cover that with people. It doesn't give a clear explanation, right? People, talk about faith and all and hope, but they really don't have the proper understanding and overstanding of what this actually means. And, let alone most people don't even research, right? Or read. So I'm here to, help give you a different point of view so you can tap into your true essence, because all this information. I'm here to remind you of your own greatness. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Up here, this is all you guys. So 10% of how you operate each and every day comes from your conscious mind. What does that consist of? You analyze things, right? So when you go to work, you got to analyze things. You think and plan, right? And you got a short-term memory. And that keeps you going throughout your day, 10%, all right, when you're at work, right? But what really controls your day is that subconscious mind, all right? Controls 90% of your daily routine. What does that consist of? Your long-term memory, emotions and feelings, habits, relationships, patterns, addictions, involuntary body function. 5, creativity, developmental stages, spiritual connection that a lot of people are lacking, and intuition. All right. So this is where school and, all the different religions come into play. All right. It's like a military operation, so to speak, right? It's a strategy to dim your light, because most people, it's a few people out there, you see them, they tap into, deep essence in the creativity, that feminine aspect. But most of, people out here, they're not very creative, It's like monkey see, monkey do, And everybody are just copying each other because, there's no authenticity, if that makes sense. So in other words, these institutions pretty much dim your light, right? If I, break it down in layman's term, dim your light, where you're not really tapping into your own individual, because all of you guys are geniuses in your own personal way. All right. I don't know what you know, and you don't know what I know, right? And that's what makes us unique. Okay. So I'm here to let you know that you are great. You are, you do have purpose. You do have value. All right. So don't be afraid to share your gift with people and present it to the world at this time. Okay. So number 5, tap into your creativity, that feminine aspect, that feminine principle. Okay. But you exercise that masculine principle so you can manifest these things down on the physical plane. I hope that makes sense. But 6, the developmental stages. All right. Growing through you're really tapping into knowledge of self spiritually, mentally, emotionally, knowing that as above, so below. Everything is within you. Okay, there's no separation, and it's all about tapping into that spiritual connection, your intuition, and that's why the age from the time you're born to the age of 7, these are critical, because basically what your mind is a sponge. All right, that's why school and all these institutions, religion, all this stuff come into play. All right, it's a program. They call them programs for a reason. Okay, before we lead into this affirmation, guys. All right, remember, every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and leading into it, the ability to really focus is one of mankind's greatest assets, and is at the core of all human success and endeavors, because the ability to concentrate is what helps a person manifest things in life. And that's why you hear me say, stay grateful and focused. All right, you got this, right? And always, these ideas are your seeds, right? And always, each and every day, be intentional with coming back to these ideas, testing things out, researching. All right, these are different aspects of concentrated focus, being able to focus on one thing at a time. All right, and a lot of people, attention spans kind of short, so that's why I use the 15-minute strategy. So apply this in your life. Set an alarm, a timer where you really focus on reading these books that you're supposed to be reading that they don't teach you in school, for 15 minutes. All right, and then after that, do it like 3 times a day, and you'll be impressed over like 30, 60, 90 days how much information you didn't learn and retain, and you'll become a better person. So let's lead into affirmation, because I can go on and on. Okay, guys, but remember, I am affirmation. As above, so below. As within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. We all have the truth still with us, but it's not found in books to any given extent. It has been passed along from lips to ear, and when it was written down at all, its meanings was veiled in terms of alchemy and astrology, so that only those possessing the keys could read it. All right, that's from the 3 initiates, the Kabbalion. So I'm reminding you, I'm telling you, all right, you got this, and don't be afraid to unlock the universe within you, because you are your own universe. And with anything that we discuss, guys, always take in consideration one of the principles from the 7 Hermetic principles, right? We have polarity here. There's a good side, not so good side. Some things we can work on, some things we doing pretty good, but we can still work on ourselves, because it's all about being the best version of ourselves. I hope that makes sense so far. So let's lead into affirmations. I'm gonna get you guys out of here. So when it comes to affirmation are thoughts, words, or phrases that are constantly repeated until they enter the unconscious mind and becomes part of your programming, right? Like I told you, that's why school is important. That's a program. Religion is a program. TV is a program, right? And you'll hear this word program all the time now. And when you hear it, you know that, hey, they trying to put something in my subconscious mind. Do I want to install this program in my subconscious mind, right? Or do I need to uninstall a whole bunch of programs that were installed ever since I was a child, so I can make room for the new stuff, like these 7 Hermetic principles and the spiritual laws, right? So I can get things going in my life, right? Back and forth. All right, so let's move on. Like, most of us affirm unconsciously all the time. We constantly repeat thoughts until we anchor them in our mind. We make the same statements again and again until they become our reality, right? Now, our constant repeated statements may both be positive and negative. Now, your unconscious mind does not discriminate, all right, and accepts all information. So your unconscious mind don't know, what you want and don't want, but the things that you repeating you basically planting a seed. Okay, so you're speaking things, into your, to the universe, into your existence, and also you are programming yourself with your subconscious mind. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, so your unconscious mind does not discriminate. Okay, guys, and accepts all information and commands, because you are the commander of your own life and your own vehicle. Your body is your vehicle. Remember, your own avatar. So therefore, your affirmation enters, right, the files of your, enter the files of your unconscious mind and profoundly affects how you feel and act, and your emotional and your day-to-day activities, and ultimately your entire life. That's why this stuff is so so powerful, while you're in school, your early ages, because your mind is a sponge. Okay, so the more energy and emphasis we put into our affirmations, the more deeply they are, basically enter our belief system. So that's why it's all, we have to be intentional with the things we say to ourselves. That negative self-talk, really be, picky about the things we say, because that everything matters, right? So if you constantly think that I am a failure, you will gradually believe that you are indeed a failure. For example, if you constantly repeat that you always have miserable holidays, right? Or you bring it, about it in 3 ways. You selectively, remember only the bad times. You act in ways that cause you misery, right? And then number 3, the universe brings, to you what you believe. So these are the 3 ways. So with the law of affirmation states that you bring about what you affirm. So what have you been affirming in your life? So affirm that you are what you want to be. You will become it sooner than you think, okay? Again, affirm that you are what you want to be. I am everything and everything is me. The universe will rearrange itself to give you what you believe, okay? So make sure your affirmation contains only positive words, and speak or write. I say do both. Speak and write your words with energy and intent. Remember, the universe is going to mirror your intent, okay? Remember, you are the commander of your own vehicle, all right? So it's your responsibility to take control. All right. So are you player 1? Or are you going to let the computer run your vehicle for you? All right. So affirmation must be said in the present tense, guys. For example, if you affirm that you're going to be healthy tomorrow never comes. So it's better to affirm that I am healthy now. It helps to hold the vision and bring it about. So keep your affirmation simple. Affirmation which are rhyming or rhythmic slip into your unconscious mind easily. That's why all these different spells like roll your boat, these different things, that's why they're so powerful. So in other words, turn your affirmations into a song. I'm grateful, I'm blessed, I'm worthy, I'm capable, I'm deserving. Turn into a rap or whatever you need to do, so you can put this stuff into your your subconscious mind. Okay, so again, affirmation which are rhyming and rhythmic slip into your unconscious mind very easily, guys. Okay, so affirmation, affirmative words help us to focus upon the positive and help us to escape a fearful mindset. Okay, so affirmative words heal our thoughts and bring a positive reality into our lives. So what you believe and expect is what you experience. Okay, I repeat, what you believe and expect is what you experience, guys. So we down here to visualization number 4. So when it comes to visualization, like affirmation, is based upon the law of cause and effect. Remember, giving and receiving, reciprocity, right? Always, passing out, sharing great energy with people. So whatever you see and believe eventually becomes a physical reality. Okay, so holding on to your faith, not blind faith, using these 7 hermetic principles, right? But holding on to your faith and trust forms a mold for your outer reality. Again, holding on to your faith, using those 7 hermetic principles, and trust, right? Trusting the universe and yourself and what your intent is, right? Forms a mold for your outer reality. However, if your faith wavers, all right, or your desired goals and dreams constantly flirt, from one image to another, your outer reality will reflect this fear and confusion. Okay, so concentrate on the greater good. The universe gonna hook you up, man. Okay, so it's all about focus on the greater good. All right, so with that being said, when it comes to visualizations can instantly come into our reality if our minds accept this as a possibility. However, when we feel undeserving or afraid, we try to force them into our reality. Our visualization become pressure filled and tense, and this tension can block our goal, can really block the goal coming to fruition for us. All right, if that makes sense. So when you visualize and believe in your goal completely, it is able to come about a little bit more quicker. Okay, because the universe gonna hook you up. All right, so that's why when you have a plan and it's for the greater good and you really want to help people, the universe gonna align the right people, place, and event just for you to support your intent. Okay, so just remember that. So don't force the issue. But our, demeaning judgments and limiting belief system that we've been brought up in, I could possibly achieve that, or I'm not good enough to achieve this, puts tension on our visualization. So don't say that, okay? Which in turn stops us from manifesting our our inner visions. Okay, so when we have false feelings and thoughts and belief of like what I lack, time, money, connections, education, intelligence, or whatever keeps people from even trying to achieve their goals in life, purpose, and it puts a halt to any positive visualization coming to their reality. We all different, okay? Don't let the information that you learn in school, stop you from learning your real education, which is your life. Your life purpose, your life mission is your real education. Remember, Earth is a school, okay? All right? So these false feelings and thoughts and belief like I lack time, money, connection, education, intelligence, or whatever keeps, people from doing all this stuff is going to put a halt on any positive visualization from, coming into your reality, okay? So metaphysically, what does this mean? We are able to create whatever we may desire. Again, metaphysically, what does this mean? We are able to create whatever we desire, but we must focus and concentrate on always, basically, on ways to manifest into our physical plane. Okay, again, we must focus and concentrate on ways to manifest, our dreams and desires on the physical plane. So, these gonna come through ideas, visions, but the most important thing, from my point of view, to be honest with you guys, you gotta write things down. All right, because sometimes these ideas can be a little, offbeat because you're not used to, operating from, certain perspectives, but your spiritual team, your higher self within you, right? The I am that I am, you'll be able to see things from a higher plane, right? But write these things down, then you're going to act on them, research around them, take small steps in any direction, but the universe is going to mirror your intent, okay? All right, so let's get ready to close things out. So, but when it comes, again, what we focus and concentrate on, it always going to manifest on the physical plane, okay? This is the spiritual law of cause and effect, or the law of karma, okay? So manifestation requires faith, not blind faith, but you're using these, 7 hermetic principles and applying them. But as, humans and gods or whatever, right, we usually have more faith in that our fears would turn into our reality rather than the faith in our dreams and aspiration becoming a reality, right? But visualization is based upon the law of cause and effect. So whatever you see and believe forms a mold for your outer reality, okay? So remember that. So if you hold into your faith, right, not blind faith, your dreams and trust, and then anything you see will eventually become a physical reality in your life. Now, if your faith and trust waver, or your dreams, and your dreams and goals constantly, go back and forth from one image to another, then your reality will reflect this as kind of like fear or confusion. So in other words, everything in the material physical world is a reflection of our thoughts and beliefs, guys. All right, that's why, our thoughts and beliefs are important. The first, we got 12 years of education, saying that, hey, the only way is to either go to school, get one of these degrees, and they have a list of careers, just for you. They thought of everything. You don't have to think, right? So I'm telling you, go ahead and think for yourself. All right, you create your own reality. But using affirmations, as we get ready to close things out, using affirmation, to bring about positive change, one of the most important keys for eliminating insecurities and establishing the habit of self-love is to use affirmation. Because you are important, you are amazing, you are great. You came from greatness, you are greatness, you are the I am that I am, expressing itself as you in a different time and space, okay? But affirmation, expressing in words what we honestly want and who we honestly want to be, right? Then repeating those words or phrases over and over again until the subconscious mind accepts them as a fact, so that our behavior will follow accordingly. So through affirmation, we can think ourselves healthier, stronger, more positive, more handsome, prettier, kinder, more patient, confident, courageous, right? Whatever helps us to love ourselves more, because it's all about self-love. Because I went through a phase where I really didn't love myself 100%, and it reflected on the outside. I started gaining weight. I started feeling depressed, and all depression means I need to rest, deep rest, right? I was lacking the rest, and I really didn't know my purpose and mission. But as soon as I really sat down with myself and I said, man, you know what? I've been passing out my energy too much. And once I reeled things back in, I said, hey, I'm bringing back, I call forth all my energy, and I need to work on myself. And at that moment, I started, losing weight. I started, having all these different ideas. I started writing things down. I started buying notebooks, right? So I could, help manifest these ideas. I really didn't have a clue what I was doing, but I was just doing. I was being, right? So I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know what I was doing. That's an oxymoron, right? But I was just being. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to be. We're here to have an experience, to learn these lessons so we can level up, guys. And I'm here to share some experience. So let me finish, sharing some thoughts, and I'm going to close things out, okay? So again, through affirmation, we can think ourselves healthier, stronger, more positive, handsome, prettier, kinder. You know the deal, right? And whatever help us to love ourselves. So all I was saying, I had to love myself, man. And I love myself enough to share this message with you because you are a reflection of me. I forgot all about that, right? But now I know better. I'm doing better, right? So leading on, there's a logical but often overlooked reason why affirmation work. They are direct communication with the soul mind. Again, there's a logical reason but often overlooked reason why affirmation work. They are direct communication with the soul mind, and the soul mind, with its eternal knowledge and wisdom, always recognize and resonate with the truth. All right. So as you leave no stone unturned in your life, you really taking your life serious, you have a purpose and mission to fulfill, your soul gonna resonate. That's why you resonate with this message, right? This is just my own point of view. All right. So an effective way to reinforce your affirmation and your deepest wishes is to write them down, right? And form a letter, so to speak, if you want to do that, right? But write things down. That way you can start, you prime yourself, in your mind, and then you put it in the physical plane, but you put it in writing, right? And the next step is to what? Research around it. Then the next step is to what? Take action. Even, don't be afraid to make mistakes. The 80-20 rule, right? 20% of the things you do, right? Gotta manifest something. Use that as a guide, right? You know the deal. But anywho, your letters can be addressed to, God, the universe, your spiritual team, angel, whoever you feel most intimately connected with, to your own divine power, okay, within you. All right. Remember, there's no separation, but I'm just here to remind you to connect with yourself, your own intuition, your own divine power. Okay. So include, in this letter or in your notebook, go to the dollar store, get you about 5 of those notebooks, right? But within your notebook or your letters, you're gonna write down very specifically everything you really want, you desire, and also including your physical, emotional, and spiritual wishes. And these 3 things, physical, most emotional, and spiritual, the most rewarding in life is a balance of all 3 of these things. Okay, so it's all about staying balanced physically, mentally, emotionally, okay, and spiritually. I think I said that right. But it's all about balance, guys. But as we get ready to wrap things up, adapting, a positive perspective changes negative thought forms to a positive one. So we talked about this in polarity. So if you can only focus on one thing at a time. You can't be happy and sad at the same time frame. So if you catch yourself, if this makes sense, using these polarity, you can heal yourself from all different angles. You can help other people because they can, if they stuck in one pole, how do you get them to the opposite pole? Right? Real simple. All right. That's why these 7 hermetic principles are very important, guys. So with that being said, using positive affirmation is a way to achieve a positive attitude, frame of mind. Another way is through verbal declarations. And remember, we are the commander of our own vehicle. So our voices and the words we use send a vibration and energy out to the universe. So using positive words and declarations send out a positive energy. All right. Again, our voices, we are the commander of our own vehicle, our own car, right? All right. So our voices and words we use send out vibration and energy out to the universe, right? Using positive words and declarations send out positive energies, guys. So affirming and declaring is a positive, in a positive manner also helps to break the habit of negative thought forms, patterns, and belief sets. And as we get out of here, declare, your affirmation with determination, and state your intentions loud and clear, and with true meaning, okay? Because you are the commander. Put your heart and soul into it, all right? And remember to affirm what you want to be as it's already here, all right? Don't use all your money, all right? But you're gonna speak things into existence, okay? I am working on this. I am this, okay? I am smart. I am a genius. I'm constantly working on myself. What I don't know now, I'm gonna know it. I'm gonna know it tomorrow, right? Because you always working on yourself. But as we get out of here, really put your heart and soul into it. Remember to affirm what you want to be as is already here. This is a quick route to really get to where you want to be in life. So then act as is already here, and it's gonna really become your reality. Okay, guys. So let me get ready to wrap these things up. This has been my really personal takeaway when it comes to affirmation. I've been testing all these things out, man, my entire life, even before I came across the Hermetic principles. But it's imperative that you have the power to speak life into your own life and the life of other people. Remember, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, right? Because there's no separation. All right. So go out there and do great things with your power, with your talent. Help people level up. Don't leave them stuck on second base, third base. But our overall purpose and mission, require learn a whole bunch of life lessons to gain the experience and knowledge for our soul growth. So it's never too late to rewrite your story. The past, present, and future, is happening right now. So the things you do right now is going to change your future. And the things you're doing right now is going to rewrite your past, because you're not the same person you were yesterday, are you? Are you? Unless you're doing the same thing over and over again. So it's okay to snap up out of that. All right. I'm here to remind you of your own greatness. You got this. But as you grow through your own personal transformation and atonement process, share your knowledge and wisdom with people. Teach people how to help themselves, okay? Trust your own intuition, your own inner voice, your own energy. And by now that, hey, everything matters. Okay, your thoughts, belief, words, emotion, action are always going to equal your reality and your results. Keep your money in check. Learn about money. What is money? How can I help people? Once I help myself, how can I help other people with my increase? All right, that's the mindset. How can I help the overall planet for the greater good? Okay, and the universe is going to mirror your intent. Okay, so everything happens in divine order. That will lead you to this presentation today. But we will be back, continue our next presentation with the law of prayer. Right. All right. So, but this is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.